and I want to record. So today we're just gonna be talking about really just trying to learn more about ourselves. Really, today was a day where I was able to listen to myself, where I was able to be aware of my emotions, where I was able to just see where my feelings was going. And I learned quite a few things, man. I learned that, first and foremost, this is a process. I learned that it's not gonna be easy, but in order for me to be better is to understand my truth, to understand and to dig deep into discovering who I truly am. And it's a process. It's not as easy as it looks. But I had to make sacrifices. That's another thing that I learned, that I had to make sacrifices because there's certain things you got to get rid of in order for you to find yourself. And for me, it was friends, it was family, it was the comfort of being around people. You know, I had to let go of all of that in order for me to really understand who I really am. And yeah, it's been probably like a week now. I haven't really been talking to people. Every time somebody messages me, I just keep it short. I don't. I keep it as simple as possible, and I'm just trying to be a better version of myself because, and I'm too old, for me at least. I feel like I'm too old to be making these same mistakes over and over and over again, and it's time for a change, and I'm taking this time now to make that happen. It's hard because honestly, it's I'm waking up. I'm not talking to nobody, cause the way I see it is like back then, my intuition would tell me a lot of shit, but I never listened to it. And that's one thing that I'm starting to see now and I'm trying to improve on as well. If my gut feeling is telling me something, I gotta go with it. 9 times out of 10 is a better decision than having to hesitate and think it over and over again. So I'm trying to better myself in that situation, but where I'm trying to really understand and listen to my intuition. Um, my intuition back then was always telling me like, oh, you shouldn't be around these certain people. You shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? It was little stuff like that, and I thought I was bugging at first because these people were my friends. And I'm starting to see like now it's like, man, even if they don't know, I feel like it was out to get me in a way. And I don't mean like in a psychotic way, but like I always believed that, like, I always had this feeling that people didn't want to see me better than them. And it was weird, like, cause I'm your friend. Why would you think like that? And I'm starting to see now that like people would do things in the most humblest way possible, the most subliminal. People are really subliminal, when they try to make their move, they try to one up you, and they'll do it so quietly, so subtly. That was the word I was looking for. But now I'm starting to be aware of that, and it's like, whoa, call me crazy, call me crazy. I might just be going insane, but you know that gut feeling used to always tell me, and I never listened. And I've been in situations where it's like, yeah, I need to back away. I need some time for myself, and sometimes that's the only way out. Trying to figure out yourself and taking a step back to really be by yourself and understand yourself, to really look from the outside. I'm starting to see that everybody's just going their separate ways too. So what's the point of me latching on to a feeling that once was? It ain't there anymore. But yeah, it's that I'm learning more about myself. I'm trying to understand my mission in this world. It's I still don't know myself at all. like I said, it's a process. I can't I can't I can't figure everything out in one day, you know? It's hard. It's difficult being by yourself. But I read somewhere that it was like cherish the moments you have alone now, because in the future when you get a family, when you back in relationships, you gonna miss these days. So as lonely as it may sound, I'm also appreciating the fact that I'm by myself. You know, you gotta have gratitude. You gotta be grateful for things like this. And yeah, it could be hard sometimes because I'm not talking to nobody and stuff like that. But like, my time is now for me to work on myself. You know, it's giving me the opportunity. This solitude is giving me the opportunity is to improve on myself, to really know myself, to really work on myself. You know, so I don't take it for granted. Well, at least now I'm not. Cause back then I was acting a fool and I didn't really care. But I was wasting time back then, and I think the biggest mistake we all make is wasting our time. You know, we can't live aimlessly anymore. I can't live aimlessly anymore. At least I gotta have intent with every action I make. And yeah, before it wasn't like that for me. I didn't have that perspective on life. I just did shit to do it to make me feel better. And nah, that's not how life should be because it's not gratifying like that. You won't be satisfied at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you live that way, you gonna live with regret as you get older. So my time is now. You know, I feel like I'm old, but then at the same time, there's people older than me that still don't know themselves. They still follow this image where they believe they are this person, but in reality, they not. And you know, from a young age, you know, they've been thinking like that. And I'm not here to blame anybody, but I think everybody deserves a chance to really find themselves, to really look at themselves in the mirror and find some truth to this world, because that's the real benefit in life. In order for you to proceed, just finding yourself and just being truthful. You know, I used to lie, make a bullshit just for people to accept me. You know, and that is the you was such a coward. I was such a coward for that. You know, I'm starting to realize that's like a bitch tendency. Excuse my language, but that's not cool, man. You over here acting like you somebody you not. That's the most. Looking back at it now, it's like damn, like that. It makes me cringe because that's not right, bro. You gotta accept yourself. You gotta love yourself, and if you love yourself, you wouldn't care what other people think about you. You know, it's easier said than done, yeah. But like, man, fuck what anybody gotta say. Live for you, do you, and understand that you more valuable than anybody else. This is your story. We just living it, you know. Everybody got a story to tell, but if you live in somebody else's image, who are you to tell your own story? People gotta realize that they gotta find themselves, man. We living in this world where image is the necessity for somebody's life, and that's not how it should be, and that's not cool at all. But you know, I have this opportunity. I'm grateful to be given this opportunity to find myself. You know, it's like I said, I feel like I'm saying this all the time, but it's hard. But it's I know it's gonna benefit me in the long run, in the future. Um, I'm starting to like, well, I've been reading books for some time now already, but like starting to really dive into what I'm reading, starting to really study certain things, write in my journal more consistently, just trying to ask questions and think more critically. And like one thing that I'm doing as well is just like trying to step away from my phone as well, because my phone is the quickest way for me to get distracted. You know, sometimes I turn my phone off so I don't get bothered. Sometimes I delete social media apps like Instagram. I'm deleting it like every other day. Twitter, I'm deleting it. Well, I don't even have Twitter on my on my phone right now. Anyways, yeah, I'm just deleting all these apps because they're quick to distract you. It's so fast you don't even notice. You don't at all. It's scary if you really think about it. Because why should something like that have that much power over me? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. There was a video I've seen on YouTube. I forgot from who it was, but he mentioned that phones take our attention instead of us giving it give our phones take our attention instead of us giving our attention to the phones. It's like no, that's it's like it's robbing us for our dopamine. And once he put it in that perspective, I'm like, damn, that's low key true. Like a phone don't ask questions. It just I just pick it up without even realizing sometimes. I go on my phone time on my phone, and it's like I done picked up my phone like 68 to 80 times in one day. Like why? Why? Sometimes for no reason, to see if somebody texted me. It's like second nature at this point. It's weird because honestly, this man-made shit shouldn't even exist. We lose connection because of all this. It's cool, you know. You connect with people from time to time, talk to people, but we losing the actual connection between one another. And with these social media apps, it's becoming a lot worse too. People think social media is real life, and it's not. It's not. The phones ain't real. We're gonna have to start doing something about it. Me personally, I'm gonna have to start doing something about it. I'm already doing something about it, but it's a process. I always say that. Yeah, it's a process because, I catch myself here and there still doing the same shit. But at least I'm knowing. At least I'm knowing now. And like little by little, each and every day, I'm just trying to get better. Trying to get better. Trying to get better. All about being 1% better each and every day. But yeah, man. Find yourself, um, be able to study to understand yourself as well. I'm looking into these books and I'm looking up to these authors too because I didn't have nobody to look up to as a young kid. You know, I don't know, whatever. So like these books now are like teaching me ways on how to become a better person. I'm understanding myself too because of these books, asking questions as if the author is talking to me. As if they're giving me a lecture. I think that's how it works. That's how I indulge in reading more often because I feel like they talking to me when I'm reading, and I'm able to dissect whatever it is that they're saying or ask questions, and just try to summarize what it is that they're trying to talk about. So yeah, I think that helps me a lot, and writing in my journal as well, it helps me in ways where I didn't think it would help me at all because I used to just write bullshit, but I have like some sort of plan as to when I'm writing. I would think of a quick concept and just write about that, or I would finish reading and try to summarize what I finished reading. It's little things like that go into my journal, and through time, it will eventually be better for me. I will eventually improve on my writing skills, improve on my reading skills, improve on my speech as well. This is only the beginning, bro. I just gotta be consistent. I can't lose that consistency. I'm here to stay and I'm here to be better. And I'm here to find myself ultimately. And finding myself will make me better overall. And I gotta find the truth as to why I am the way I am. So Yeah, all I gotta say today. Y'all stay tuned, and y'all have a nice one. Peace.